Hi folks, it's Tessa here. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'll be showing you how to make this labradorite pendant. So for this tutorial I'm going to be using this teardrop shaped cabochon labradorite. This is an undrilled stone. It's pretty small, it's measuring 2.7 centimeters. So for the outer part of the wrap I'm gonna use some 1.2mm wire, and you want just enough so that when that meets at the top, once it's bent round into the bail, you have enough. So there's no need to give you a specific measurement for that, just be intuitive about it and suss out how much you're gonna need to be safe. And holding my stone, I'm just gonna pull it round like that, round the shape of the stone, very carefully. And I will apologise for my gammy form today. It's pretty minging actually. I trapped it in a door last week. Silly me. Okay, like that. Nice and simple. And then just closing it in. See, that looks great already. And then we're just going to use some thinner wire, obviously, to trap the stone. So I'm going to just snip that at the top. Get my pliers. Okie dokie. Snip, snip. So now I've got the shape of the stone. I'm going to mimic that shape with a thinner gauge of wire. This is 0.8mm. So you can mimic the shape by just pressing this together as you move around and shape it the same. Or alternatively, you can go around the stone again, you know, and mould the shape to the stone instead of just doing it this way. Either way is fine. So now you should have 2 wires. So that's gonna go over the front like that once we've attached them at the bottom here. So I'm gonna do the same with another piece of 0.8mm. Okay, so now we have 3 wires. We're gonna take the thinnest ones, the 0.8mm, and place them at the front and at the back of the thicker 1.2mm base wire. Okay, like that. And then we need to secure them together at the bottom. So to secure the wires, I'm taking a small piece of 0.6. Okay, not much. And you want to hold these firmly in place as you do this because they do tend to overlap, should I say. So holding very tight, you can begin like so. Okay. And then if you just go like that on your pliers, push them tightly together, snip off any remainders, and then just tuck it in, tuckity tuck tuck. So they're all nicely attached now. Now form them round the stone. See, you'll find they might not be in the right position. Just need to push them tight, make sure they're extra secure and neat and tidy. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is take these front 2 wires and carefully cross them over in the middle like that. And then I'm gonna do the front, the same with the back. Like that. Okay, and we're gonna wrap these around here So I'd say about that much, snip off. And then on the other side. Try and make them as equal as possible. It'll just make your work look a lot neater. It wasn't quite straight. There we go. Same again with the other side. Okie dokie. So starting with the front, just gonna hold in that just very carefully, bending it first, because then obviously that one begins to move. So you have to be a bit crafty where you get it in, and like that. Push them together. So that one is now secure. So do the exact same thing on the same side, and making sure that wherever you've been with that one, you do the same. So if I finish towards the bottom there, I don't want to go in an upwards motion and put it through that way. It would go through here. I hope that makes sense. So you put in the twirl downwards, not upwards. Okay, so that's how it's looking. It's still not secured on the back. So taking that one, you're going to do the same thing, just going forward again. So now it's looking something like this. You might find that this bit here moves around a bit. You just want to secure it a bit more, push down on it, make sure it's nice and tight. All right. Oh, that's a bit it's a bit scruffy. See what's happened here is I haven't pulled it tight enough before I've wrapped it round. So I'm going to show you how mistakes happen and what you can do to fix that. So you just take where it's already wrapped around and you just twist in the direction of it, and like that, and then that's going to tighten that up. Okay, so as long as these bits are equal and you know it's not like that, it's all pushed up so it's nice and symmetrical. And now we're going to do something with this bit here to make the bail. So again, I'm taking my 0.6 and I'm just, because this is a simple tutorial, I could do a weave here, but I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. Sometimes simple designs are just as nice because of the simplicity of them. So I'm going to leave a little bit because I'm going to do some fancy stuff with that in a little while. And then holding these tight, just going to begin wrapping them round as neat as I can, holding tightly on the other piece and keeping these in a straighter line as possible. Okay, like so. Okay, so once you feel like you've got enough here to bend it round into the bail. Oh, and what I suggest is sometimes that goes a bit scruffy at the bottom because it's going from being really, like, you know, wider to being smaller. So you just want to pull on this wire just to make it neat. You can still see there's a bit of a gap. What I usually do, because I like a bit more, you know, space between those, is I will snip that and then the bail just starts a bit further up. Okay. Wires. Got cutters even. Cutters. There we go. And then, okay, so it's looking nice and neat now. And I'm gonna push this over to make the bail. And as you're doing this, it tends to go back a bit too far, so maybe push it with that finger as you mould it round. Okay. You can always push it up again if you feel like you need a longer bail. Okay. There is the bail. Alrighty. So I will proudly point out my mistake here, because it's always a happy mistake when you're learning. And I'm glad I did for the purpose of this video, so then you don't do the same as I've done. This wire here obviously is too short, because what I like to do is get my pliers and make swirls with these at the back for decorative purposes. So yeah, that's going to be a bit fiddly. So I'm just gonna tuck it round in the back like that. Yeah, I've just, you know, blagged it with that one because it wasn't long enough. So you may as well use up every last bit of wire and do something with that last bit. I'm gonna wind it round again. Tuck it in, and then I'm going to make a swirl with these like that. Okay. So I noticed that on that side there was actually 3 wraps around, so I've just gone and snipped that at the back, then it's even. So that is it finished, and it always looks so much better after it's antiqued, so I will show you it when it's been antiqued.